and that's what we're wearing. That's a traditional ashwebi. You know what I mean by ashwebi?
Yes,
That's what we're
so
putting.
all right.
All
All
right.
right. All right. All right. That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll still try to also reach you and get more info about how the team are doing, but it looks like it's better positivity with the team, wouldn't you?
Definitely, it's better. And of course, like I said earlier, this match is being shown on NFF's channels, streams on NFF channels, and for everyone to watch on the NFF.com, Facebook fan page, and indeed, and that's at NFF Super Eagles, and of course on the Super Eagles.
Okay. All right, no problem. Thank you. Yes, he says the game is still on at the moment, and of course, just getting started. He's saying, well, positivity is all that the players you can feel from the players as they're in about 8 minutes right into the game. Anyway, let's get to hear from you. Let's get to find out. Does it really? For the average Nigerian, because win, be it the Super Eagles, be it the Super Falcons, be it the under 17, the under 20, we love to see our teams win. Does it really matter if we do not win but play well?
I think for me personally,
Reach into your fan hearts.
let me go there. Yes, let me find the spirit out. Anyway, for me, I think winning is important in this kind of game. Why? Because you had every opportunity to maybe play with the last game. As we said, they played that one, you have lost one. You have no reason to now come and lose it again. So that's where winning for me comes in. So you have lost, okay, we don't sacrifice one, fine. And whatever it is we're sacrificing, we'll have appeased the gods. Come back now and show us the thing that you've got. So
Okay.
that's what I think for me this game is. So it's important to win. Play well and win.
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand, Sha.
Okay. All right. Very soon I'm going to ask VQ. Rohr said something, aside from the fact that he said he was going to start with Rohr, but he also said something that I think caught our fancy. We talked about it earlier during Tatafo. The fact that the times he has taken the Super Eagles to Austria in previous games, I'm going to ask you very soon after this call that he has not won a single match in Austria. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, welcome.
My name is Uche, calling from Ibejuleki.
Che,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I want to know the time of match.
The game is on, like we have been telling you, and it is 10 minutes in already. 0-0. Cameroon 0, Nigeria 0. It is 10 minutes in.
Okay.
And we would find out what you have to say. Yes, and of course, I was asking you, Vicky, before we took that call.
Yeah.
So you think it really matters? Because to him, he really wants to win. In
I
Austria.
think it is basically on him if he wants to win this particular game, or if he wants to win for the very first time in Austria, then he has to make that happen because set up the team that can give you the results, and let's get off the excuses because he talks about. I think he's basically the only one apart from 8 minutes, which may not exactly be significant. He's about the only one who had to raise that himself. Fortunately, it wasn't someone who raised the question at him. It was he who said so himself to say, hey, we've not won in Austria. It means that it's probably locking somewhere in his mind that this is the time to win it. And I think if he wins today, decisions in situation, for me, the last time wasn't the most important thing. It was how they were playing and how they could get a few things done. But it turned out not to have been so. But let's hope. And if he wins today, then all of that ghost of not winning in Austria will be put behind him.
Okay, more calls. Let's get to hear from you. The game is on, like we told you, and it is still 0-0. Yes, Cameroon 0, Nigeria. Hope that there's a big difference between last game and this game that is ongoing right now. We had Lua sometime over the weekend and said it was a boring game. That's Nigeria played a very boring game. So I think Nigerians love, aside from joy, a game that is played well, especially when it's Nigeria. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, welcome.
This is Adebayo from Ikodu.
Adebayo, thank you for joining us. The game is still 0-0.
Thank you, Obi. Yes, you see, I don't know the plan of Janet Rohr for Nigeria. If you watch what General is doing, Guinea doesn't have anything to give again to this boy. Gone are the days when Super Eagles are playing, you enjoy football. Now you brought all these new guys, and you are not using them. You still keep on using your regulars. The question is, what is the plan Rohr have for Nigeria? And the time is now for people in the corridor of power of NFL to quickly show this man the way out. See they can get from today's match is draw. Rohr always believes in the old system. You have about almost 3 new guys or 4 on that bench. Why not try some of these guys? Let us see them. After all, it's a friendly game.
Okay.
What Rohr is doing, I think somebody should call out to order.
Up earlier on, and he said, well, you can't just he said something, and I think I'll just repeat that, so it's not a bad idea too. He said you can't just change the whole team all at once, so he has made a few changes. Maybe let's give him a chance to see if he will introduce earlier. Not Rohr knows what he's doing, let's wait and see how it all plays out. Anyway, is anything changed yet in the game? Is it still 0-0, Victor?
Yeah, it is. Still goalless, Nigeria up against the Cameroon, but it looks like the guys have sort of upped the tempo a bit now. Let's see what will happen, because African football in the Cameroon final third, then they can crack it. But I think only a goal will sort of do it for a lot of Nigerians right now. And I understand where all of this criticism is coming from. I think we just do not believe that we should lose games, or we should draw games, or we should, have below par performance.
At all cost syndrome.
These things, I think whatever happens, even at top European club sides, what happens in decision making gets to affect the general play. It may not be all the time, but these are some of the situations that could pop up once or twice, and it stems from the fact that we always believe we can get these things right, whether or not we are prepared. We just believe that with a phone call we can assemble a national team right away and go for a World Cup competition, and we should even put in years of plans and preparation in place. It doesn't work that way. I just want us to be patient with what has happened here. Particularly, I have said before, I may not speak for everybody, but the friendly is not the outcome of the friendly is not something I'm particular about.
Yeah.
I'd rather lose all our friendly matches and go to the Nations Cup and bring the trophy home than win all the friendlies and then leave in the group stage. Okay, so let's just be a bit patient and see how these things will work out. And I do not believe, and then we can judge him on the performance of the team.
Okay. All right. Let's take a few more calls from you. 0-0. It is still right there in Vienna, Austria. It is still 0-0. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, welcome.
Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Yeah. Nigeria, the typical sports or football-loving Nigerian, they are not actually asking for much. You see, it's just asking to see.
Speak for yourself,
no, can you just allow me to see a team you'll be proud of? Do you understand? That is what Nigeria has been known for. When the team play, it's not even about whether they win or lose, but you see, a team you'll be proud of as a Nigerian. You're talking about changes. Which changes? If truth is fit, do you think he wouldn't have played this match? When he was talking, I knew he would still play his normal team. There's no gonna. For 5 years, this man has been our coach. For goodness sake, there's nothing new you will tell us about him. He will do this, he will do this. Come on, he's gonna roll for 5 years. So Ahmed Musa, we all know why Ahmed Musa is still in this team. There is a force that is putting him there. It's not that he likes to be there, but he has to be there. Fine. But what we are just saying is, look at this. You are talking about friendly games. How many friendly games have we played in recent times? One. Yes, watch England, watch jam games. Yes, they don't win all. They draw some. Lose. It's either we lose or draw. Do you understand? And it's not only that. Even the manner, the football we are playing, it doesn't inspire, confidence. It doesn't show that team. The super egos. At least we have been around for a while. what the Super Eagles, even if we don't have it all together, but you see when Super Eagles are playing, I mean, it's Super Eagles.
Okay.
Not anymore. That's just the little we are asking. It's
All
not
right.
somebody that will come and give us so much speech. He will do this. 7, 6 of my players are not around for friendly. Come on. You can't even gather people around.
National friendlies ongoing now. You've got Kosovo taking on Guinea. It's also goalless, and they're 56 minutes into their own encounter. It's an international friendly too. Just like Nigeria, it is without a goal. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
welcome.
afternoon.
Yes, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. My name is Rafa.
All right, please go ahead.
I just want to talk about this Nigeria. So, I've been
What he said before the first game against Cameroon on Friday last week, and it's about trying out new players. So he's brought in Ozonwa for this game, starting off the game. So let's see, how soon it will take him to bring in another more players that we still want to check out. Basically, you want to say something, Vic?
I was just looking at the comments that have come in. I know that it's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of work to want to do this kind of national team job. But I'll be honest with you, the man did not put himself there. If those of us who think we have too many talented players and we cannot get the coach to get the best out of them, we're simply saying, in a nutshell, the coach is not good enough. But then again, the guys who are running the affairs of the national team would have to make sure they get a coach that is good enough to midwife the process. We cannot say, look, sometimes a team cannot punch above the weight of the quality of coach that they have. Chelsea is a classic example this season. They were 10th when the guy came on board. He made top 4 for them. He won them the Champions League final. So there's a difference in quality when you say this is how far you want to go. It is unfortunate that this is where the conversation will start from, and whatever we say here could form issues or conversations in the minds of people. But whether we like it or not, it depends on how hungry you are and how far you want to go as a football club or a country. That will determine the kind of guys that you bring in to help run things for you. I mean, if we all agree, I'm asking now, if we all agree that with the 5 years that the guy has been in charge, he has not performed well, I think we're also forgetting so soon that we didn't qualify for 2 Nations Cups back-to-back with Nigerian coaches in charge before he came. I'm not saying he has done everything that we expect of him to do or that we shouldn't have won the Nations Cup by now. But it's not our bet right. To be honest with you, he doesn't get a lot of things right. But if you think he's not doing the job, it is beyond us to say, fire the guy. And those who employed him for this job, they know he's not good enough. They know he can only get to some certain places and then he will choke at those places and then get off. I know on the continent of Africa before he took the Nigerian job. Maybe that's not even good enough for us to have given him the job in the first place. But that's a totally different conversation from when we play friendly matches. People expect us to win all of these games because we are Nigeria. It doesn't work out that way. Trust me, these other countries, they prepare. And that sense of entitlement is also a dangerous thing because whether we like it or not, we're 4 goals ahead.
4, yeah.
And then, so it tells you that when countries prepare, as we may not be big enough, but we expect that we should be beating France. If we be beating France, we probably should be beating Portugal and everybody and be winning the World Cup. But when we get to that level, we discover that there is also a level ahead of us. So maybe we need to dominate our territory first things first, and then we can begin to talk of how to go from one place to another. But on the basis of what we're serving, yes, it may not be good enough. But the guy did not put himself in that position. I want to be the coach of Nigeria. Somebody gave him a contract extension the last time. I mean, he went to the Nations Cup. It turned out that he got 3rd place. And somebody thought it wise to give him a contract extension. It is not the man who said, I must sign an extension and remain here as the coach of Nigeria.
So it must mean that they have reviewed and they were satisfied.
Yes.
So I've given him an extension.
So if these guys are satisfied, we can only extend our grievance to these people. Yes, the coach, what happens on the pitch, trainings and every other thing that comes in. But unfortunately, we just have to take some of these things a bit easy. Like I said, a friendly match could be good enough for us to gauge how prepared we think the team of these guys are not here. If I know Rohr and I could have predicted 90% of this lineup, trust me, those who he predicted to lead this team are not here. Because he will tell you there's no Osimhen, Ekong is not here, Balogun is not here, Chukwueze, my player, Chukwueze. He says all of that, and then you discover that, okay, a few of these guys are not here. Aribo, you mentioned him yesterday, and I was like, okay, that's sudden. late 2018, early 2019, and all of a sudden you can't drop him. So that's what I expect everybody who comes into this team to do. It's not a place where, but then again, it's not the coach's job. As a national team, we have not prioritized merit. If we prioritize that, everybody will buckle up and the job will be easy for the coach.
Yeah, all based on merit. Okay, so things have changed with the Kosovo-Guinea game. John, you want to give us updates on that?
All right, yes, and now 63 minutes now for inside that game, and it is now Kosovo 0, Guinea 1, and that's not how that game don't be so far right there. Of course, it is a friendly game, just like we have right there for inside Austria, where we say Nigeria, they play Cameroon, and although the only difference now we say there's a goal in that Kosovo, and it is Guinea. Now them don't score 1-0 against Kosovo, while for Cameroon and Nigeria, yes, they are actually, I think Nigeria, they are just trying to play catch up in this one. For the past few minutes, yes, they have actually tried to push things, enter inside the box 18 of the Super Eagles, and you can just see that the Super Eagles, I think they're actually trying to catch up. The Super Eagles, they play catch up for this one for now.
All right, so Kosovo 0 and Guinea 1. Kouyaté actually scored that one. It is still 0-0 anyway in the game between Cameroon and Nigeria. Cameroon 0 and Nigeria 0. All right, so let's take this call. Hello. Hello. Yes, welcome.
Oh, good evening.
How are you?
Hi, this is Philip.
Philip.
Yeah.
All right, nice to speak with you, Philip. It is still 0-0.
I'm actually enjoying the show. I'm actually enjoying the conversation, actually.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm calling is because of I don't know the name of the guy in the studio with you there.
Victor Ohani.
Victor.
Yes, sir.
Ohani.
VQ
Honestly speaking, I would say may God bless your bless.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like the way you've analyzed the national team, those running the affairs of our football, and even the coaching situation in Nigeria. I've always said this, that if you come to our football in Nigeria, those running the affairs of our football are not honest with our ambitions. That has always been the truth. And I listened to, I don't know if that was radio anchor yesterday when he was giving the financial analysis of the top coaches in the world. And somebody said that Nigeria don't have the financial means to get one of those coaches. And I said that's a big lie, because if Nigeria can spend over just to renovate our refineries, we can as well afford those coaches. If one of the top coaches can earn up to $2 million in a year, we can afford. We have such cash. How much do they pay our senators? How much do they pay our lawmakers? How much do these men who run our football take home every month or every year, so to speak? So we have the means to get you want to think of that has this, technical and tactical capacity to take. Because sometimes when I see a team like Belgium battling out in FIFA ranking with the top countries in the world, I then ask myself, is it that we don't have good quality players, player for player, between Nigeria and Belgium? We have them aplenty in this country. It's a big shame. It's a big shame with what we are doing to ourselves. Because sometimes I look at the argument that we raise up, and at the end of the day, you now look at those who are running football in Nigeria. Thanks, and may God bless you.
All right, thank you, Joan. You've got update for us.
Yeah, so Guinea are not slowing down in this one. They don't have another one enter like this. It is, although this one came from the sport, a penalty converted for Guinea, and it's now Guinea 2, Kosovo 0. The first goal was scored by Kouyaté, and now Nakante. Yes, Kante. It's Kante that scored.
If not, it's a goal in front of his name.
No, this one is just ordinary Kante.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, that's good.
Of course, Kante is the one who scored the goal right there for Guinea.
Just so you know, there's an ordinary one.
That one is super
extraordinary.
Yes, this one is Jose Kante. Jose Kante.
Wow.
They play for
Guinea.
Almaty.
Guinea did not come to play.
No, they did not come to play at all. And this is just interesting, really. It's in Turkey, and they actually drew that game 0-0.
Yeah, goalless.
Yes, so they're not joking here.
So 2-0 it is for Guinea, and it's 66 minutes gone into that game between Kosovo and Guinea, and they've scored 2 goals already. Like Jones said, the first one came from Kouyaté, and the second, of course, from Kante, ordinary Kante. Cameroon 0, and of course Nigeria 0. Like Jones said, Vicky, I don't know if you will agree with John that Nigeria is playing catch up in this game.
They are. They are. For larger parts of the game, they have actually been second. Except for the earlier, between 5 to 7 minutes of the game, they used the Cameroonians to make mistakes. But it's not a part of our play. It's not something we're used to. So I think we're unable to sustain the press because when you also press, you should be making good decisions. Because when you press high up, you're also exposing spaces at the back that your opponents can attack. And I think we have not been able to do that correctly. The build-up play in our half is impressive, and I just think that the way we have gone about it, you cannot be building and the three guys who are in front of you stopping your passing lines somewhere around the midfield or the center circle are still in places where they can find you, and the goalkeeper knows that he has to give the ball to a man who can easily resist pressure or can take the ball down under pressure and make good decisions. And that's how you bait a side to come at you. But they are blocking the passing lines from the center circle. And so if they have 3 men in the center circle, it means they still have like 7 men behind the ball in their own half before their goalkeeper. And that's the tactics of denying Nigeria what Nigeria could possibly do with the ball. Because if you don't have the ball, of course, the only goal you can score when you don't have the ball is an own goal. So it waters down or it shields the creativity we ought to put him in this game opposite Simon Moses. Simon Moses, of course, is on the left flank. The Cameroonian guy in front of him, he's actually had that guy for toast a couple of times now, like twice. But before he gets past the guy, there is another guy who is trying to stop him, and then the guy recovers, and then they are now 2 to beat. No Nigerian inside, acres of space.
Yeah.
So it's really disturbing that. Is it that they want to go through one particular flank or go through? I mean, the options are there. Explore these options and see what you could possibly do. It's not every time you'll be looking for defense splitting pass. Our players are not exactly known for those kind of passes. I'm not sure there's any Nigerian player who you can say, okay, can deliver 60, 40 yards, immaculate passes that, blemish free, that the player can take down and then find you in those positions where those passes will not be a problem. But it seems to be what they want to do. These are aspects of your game you do not try to rehearse at national team level. It is what you have that you bring. In the absence of the passes, I expect there to be ball carriers, those who can take the ball and run. Onuachu has received a couple of times, but he has like 2 men with him, and each time he does that, he tries to take it on a stronger foot and then hold play. But then the DM comes close, and then he has 3 men on him. They nick the ball off him. Wow. Sometimes his first touch could be poor. And then a player comes and takes the ball off him. Iwobi might have to cut off the dribbles as well. And then Jamilu Collins must also know when to overlap. Because Simon Moses appears to be doing the job. He puts in a lot of energy. But decision making in the final third area could be a problem. I would also
what's the way out for them now?
I would like a situation where Apollo Onuachu, maybe we'll see what he has to offer in the first half. And if the scoreline stays the same way, bring on a Terry Murphy. Now, what that could afford us is that Iwobi or Iheanacho might have to push high up. And that could mean that put the ball in a position where he can run at the goal. Because the defenders will also have to run at him. Put it in a position where they cannot run at the goal. Not when he's back in the goal and then he tries to want to gain control and those defenders will not be there watching him. Put it in a position where he can run at the goal and then put them under pressure. Who knows what could come out of that? Because it is not exactly that if you put the ball when he can run at the goal, that it is guaranteed that something is going to come out. But find him in those spaces where he can threaten, and then we'll see what he can get the ball to the final third. Okay. The coach's job, the job of the coach is how to get the ball to the final third. So when you're there, it is your decision to pull the trigger. And so these guys must be looking for ways where they can punish the Cameroonians. They appear to be coming forward now because they are gaining a lot of confidence, and this is where we can kill them off. Ndidi and Iwobi will have to drop deep to support the guys, and the flank Musa in this game as well. It looks like he's been a passenger so far, but this is also hoping that if this is a performance he's putting in, then in the second half we do not hope to see him here.
Okay. All right. More calls from you. 07 000 889. Again, that's 07 000 889. How do you do?
Good evening.
Yes, welcome.
From
location not needed. We need just your name.
Yes, my name is Adedeji.
All right. Nice to speak with you here on Sports Radio.
You see, we have to be very, very objective in our criticism. Rohr is a coach that went to the World Cup with a 19-year-old goalkeeper. 19-year-old goalkeeper. Nobody gave him credit. 2, I watched the last match, the first match, after the days, and I saw that there were a lot of tactics employed in the game. And most of us will look at this team and say they have to pick immediately. No, football is not like that. You have to pick during the championship, not pick before the championship. So we have to have a lot of patience and see what Rohr is doing. They said he has to remove, what is his name, the man from Everton. But he was waiting for him to combine with everybody because he's a midfielder. He wants to see how he combine with the first set and the second set. People don't see his tactics. So let us have patience. Thank you very much.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
All right, more patience is what he's saying. No problem. We'll take a few more calls from you. 07 000 889. Joan, has anything changed in the other games?
Well, let us also give you update from all those ones, other centers as well. And it is still Kosovo 0. And Guinea 2, though we have some other games, and maybe something like this is what we hope to see when the Super Eagles play. Like I said, goals, big goals, they plenty. Albania under 21, currently they play against Bulgaria under 21. It's still a friendly game, but I can tell you that in the first 2 minutes of that game, they don't waste time. The first of all, just what he
No, understand.
Sharply.
Be like, say, what they see,
you get it. So last now they have seen that the goal post net there, so they not test it again now to know whether the net's strong reach. So that's why we have 2 goals in 8 minutes
already.
Yes, for Bulgaria under 21 against Albania under 21. Meanwhile, the Kosovo game against Guinea is 70 them 2-0. And they hold this one strong. Meanwhile, in the Cameroon game, it is still 0-0, but the referee don't reach inside pocket now, and it does show one of the Cameroon players a yellow card. And this one because the rough potting happened right
tackle
there.
from behind.
Okay. All right, no problem. We'll take a few more reactions from you. We'll get some stats also concerning the game. Joan, you've got some stats on the game.
All right, yes, we'll release that one. On top of possession, Cameroon get 53%. Nigeria have 47% ball possession. Meanwhile, for goal attempts, Cameroon actually has 4. And you can guess Nigeria. But if you cannot guess, in 38 minutes, it's like Victor Hani said it. Yes, Moses Simon get 2 men. Yes, we be say they are Agidi.
Yeah.
It's strong passing. You want talk where we passing. One top person where talk about Moses Simon.
The 2 top person.
So I was just about to ask, is there someone taller than Moses Simon? sorry. Is
anyone that is not taller than him?
Is there any other person that is not taller than Moses there? Now the insignia of the team, that's no problem. Let's get some more calls. But of course, we're still giving you stats though.
Yes, out of the 4 goal attempts with Cameroon don't get, they have 2 shots. They've had 2 shots on target.
They currently have a man down, so the game is important now. They have a man down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and for free kicks, Cameroon have 9, while Nigeria don't get 7. Nigeria don't the lead 25 throw-ins. Now the Super Eagles don't get, while Cameroon get 12. And of course, Maduka Okoye has been forced to save those 2 shots on target. So he has made 2 saves. Like I mentioned earlier, 1 yellow card to the Cameroonian player, 42 attacks for Cameroon, 40 for Super Eagles, and it is 21-21-ish. Yes, there's been danger, but nothing.
Wow. Woo. All right, we'll take some calls from you. 07 000 889. 39 minutes in. It is still 0-0.
It is now a water break for both sides after that player got injured, and the Cameroonians have run.
Hello.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
When are we play today? What time?
0. It is still 0-0, and it is 40 minutes in. Okay. Hello. Welcome.
Good evening.
How do you do?
I'm fine. My name is Nafi.
Okay, go ahead.
The Baba say me could be patient. Yes.
I knew that statement was sarcastic.
I knew it was sarcastic too.
Maybe we need another 5 years patience to complete on 10.
Nah.
Before we impute to a raw guess our team. But if I say he would go up, 90% credit where he deserve at all. The truth is that Raw not manage this thing. Now the blunt team say that it's so clear for everybody.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, it is still 0-0. We told you earlier on in the 28 minutes there was a yellow card given to Kunde Malong. And of course, we will still get to hear from you in just a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we're still giving you how it's going down. Let's go for this next call real quick. Hello. All right. Call us right back. Call us right back. Okay. Let's go for this one. How do you do? Hello? Yes, hello.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good evening. Welcome to Sports Radio.
Hello.
I can hear you,
Hello?
but if you can't hear
Okay,
me, then
I'm
there's a problem with your own end, or from your own end. What's your name, sir?
I'm Fraser.
Hello? Call us back. Hello, next caller.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
I greet everybody in the studio.
We greet you
Yeah, good
too.
evening.
Welcome.
Wow. It's in there. Okay. Let us be honest. For years I stopped watching Nigeria football because it's heartbreaking. Watch Cameroon's system of handling their football. When Issa Hayatou was there, they dominated Africa for years. They started our national team for how many years now with this Jeanette Rohr being the one of the Rohr. Look, I don't blame this man. No. He's here to collect his money, feed on Nigerians, then he will just go back after he makes his money. Why the people that hire this man, they are using this thing as politics? You see this thing, God, sorry to say, they will pay woefully because we are not going anywhere. There is no solid foundation on all this thing we are seeing today. We should just keep on exercising patience. At the end of this game, you will see that maybe Nigeria 2-0. Damn. Why Cameroon would beat us 2-0 again? Because the other one, they were saying that it was a mistake. Today we have not won a match in Austria. That was the latest excuse. For crying out loud, if they don't want to, we don't have good football administration. They should stop using first glory.
Okay.
FIFA, CAF, here and there, they are occupying position with big but nothing is happening.
Okay.
We see now, we be Nigerians now, we are seeing this thing. When you see, if season starts now, Premier League starts, German League starts, you will see Nigerians, they will just turn their attention because that is what is giving us joy. But this national team of a team, nobody wants to talk about it again because we are not doing anything.
All right.
When the football administrators,
All right.
they should use it for themselves.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. So 1 minute at a time, I guess. Is it 1 minute or is it very soon anyway? We are getting close to the wrap of the first half. All right. But nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. But maybe Vic, you can tell us who is playing better.
For the time being, yes, another Cameroonian player is down, and it looks like the physicality they've applied in this game so far is telling. Your periodization has to be, if a team is going to play like that, it should start from preseason. Not that somebody will just come from somewhere and say the pressing game is much more interesting and the players are already a level of fitness ahead, and before you know it, a couple of games in, players begin to drop like flies because of fatigue-based injuries and soft tissue injuries and all that. So I think that's a bit of what might be happening to them. I'm not sure. I'm not the physios, but for the two cases were not impact injuries.
The first half has ended. The first half has ended and 0-0.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I thought you want to give the it's 0-0. Okay, you're seeing it right.
Yes.
It's 0-0.
Oh, I think it's still on anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have.
The referee is almost.
After that player got.
Yeah, there was a bit of delay, water break, and also a little bit of injuries.
That might be why there's a bit of an extended time.
Did you expect that at least there would be a goal in this first half?
I thought there would have been.
Either side.
I thought there would have been. I thought that from the last time out, Nigeria to have put up a brave performance coming into this one, and look at the possibility of making it difficult for us. But then again, a few things are still or a side that are decisive with the ball and they can move with a quick pace and catch their opponents into spaces, get into spaces and try to catch their opponents out. Break down a side that will have more than 6 men behind the ball. We'll try to build with all of that sluggish play and then let the guys get into position where they can keep us out. We have to do better than that. I hope to see a more incisive play in the second 45 minutes. I think for the sake of pace, I would want to see Terra Murphy come in. I know that there is pressure because to be honest with you, if Osimhen was around, Onuachu will not be starting. And he's the guy who likes to be found in spaces so that he can hold up play, get by the players, a bit of physicality and find the back of the net. But in this case, he's sandwiched in between two defenders who will not give him breathing space. And then what they simply do is get the ball to him so that he hits it first and then he tries to shield it and hold up play for the other guys to come at him. It makes it too difficult considering the acre of space we're giving we have between Onuachu and the closest midfielders to him. So it makes it really difficult. I hope that we'll come in and inject a bit of pace in this game, get our passing right, and look for a way to bait these guys to come out, bait them a bit, set traps for them, pressing traps in situations where we cannot even build from the rear. Let them have the ball and then come out and block them in places where you know that you can hurt them high up